Hello, guys, and welcome back to Football Content Factory. This is the match preview of Liverpool versus Brighton at Anfield. So today we'll be discussing about the match versus Liverpool versus Anfield, and I have my good buddy with me, Ishan Bhai. Ishan Bhai, कैसे हैं आप?
मैं बढ़िया हूँ एकदम। आप सुनाइए, आप कैसे हैं?
बस बस बढ़िया है. Finally, international break over, and really looking forward to the match. मतलब 2 हफ्ते ऐसे लगते हैं जैसे कि यार लाइफ खत्म ही हो गई है अगर बिना प्रीमियर लीग फुटबॉल के ना हो तो. है ना. मतलब मेरे लिए तो
हाँ,
ऐसे ही है कि यार कुछ कुछ समझ ही नहीं आता क्या करना है वीकेंड्स पे, स्पेशली मंडे टू फ्राइडे चलो आपका काम में निकल जाता है, बट खास करके सैटरडेज एंड संडेज तो बहुत ज्यादा बोरिंग होता है, बहुत ज्यादा.
और थोड़ा फेस्टिवल था इस करके फिर भी निकल गया। अदरवाइज बहुत मुश्किल होने वाला था ये लास्ट वीकेंड हमारे लिए।
एग्जैक्टली चलो होली होली आ गई थी तो इसलिए निकल गया टाइम, बट
हम्म,
वैसे तो काफी बोरिंग हो जाता है नहीं तो.
हम्म।
चलिए, फाइनली प्रीमियर लीग फुटबॉल इज बैक. क्लब की प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस की बात करते हैं, स्पेशली बात करते हैं पहले ईशान भाई इंजरीज की. I think क्लॉप कह रहा था कि कोनाटे वापस आ गया, which is a good sign. And then Robo is not too bad. शायद maybe next game के लिए available होगा. उसके अलावा there is Jones who's already started training. और भी बसेटिस तो क्या काफी दूर है, बट लेकिन उसके अलावा भी प्लेयर्स हैं जो काफी वापस आएंगे. आई थिंक 1-2 हफ्ते में जोटा वगैरह आने वाले हैं प्लेयर्स. तो क्या लगता है आपको कैसा रहेगा अभी अभी आगे का रन इन वगैरह इंजरीज में?
सी एक तो रनिंग है 2 मंथ्स में ही हमारे। होपफुली अगर फाइनल तक पहुंचे यूरोपा के तो 14-15 मैचेस तकरीबन 1.5 मंथ में हमारे होने वाले हैं ये, जितना भी टाइम बचा है। तो वी नीड दिस प्लेयर्स क्योंकि रोटेशन बहुत ज़्यादा रहने वाली है। रेगुलरली आप मिड वीक वीकेंड खेलने वाले हैं पूरा जितना भी सीजन बाकी है। और काफ़ी हार्ड गेम भी होने वाले हैं बीच में। यूनाइटेड अवे, एवर्टन का गेम हमारा स्केड्यूल हुआ है दोबारा। सो दैट इज़ गोना बी अ बिग प्रॉब्लम। बट द मेजर प्रॉब्लम फॉर मी इज कि बीच में एक ऐसा फेज आ रहा है दैट वी आर ट्रैवलिंग फॉर 5 consecutive मैचेस। वो एक बड़ा प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है। हालांकि होपफुली टिल देन वी बिल्ड अप सम मोमेंटम सो दैट कि हमें इतना कोई ज़्यादा फाइट उस मैचेस में ना करना पड़े कि यूरोपा के फर्स्ट लेग में जैसे कि जो एनफील्ड में है, अगर हम इतना लीड ले लेते हैं कि सेकंड लेग में हमें इतनी लेग्स की जरूरत ना पड़े। सो होपफुली आई एम लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू दैट वे।
या एग्जैक्टली, होपफुली स्पार्टा प्राग जैसे हमने किया था कि फर्स्ट लेग ऑलमोस्ट विन था, सेकंड लेग भी हमको पता है हम लोग जाने वाले, फिर भी हमने प्लेयर्स खिलाए थे, एंड अल्टीमेटली वी सॉ द रिजल्ट व्हाट हैपेंड इन द लाइक क्वार्टर फाइनल्स ऑफ एफए कप. So hopefully Klopp has learned his lessons and we वो same गलती repeat ना करे, but you never know. Like जैसे आपने कहा था last time भी यार, he just wants to play it his best players all the time every time. So we'll have to just wait and see कि क्या होता है.
देयर विल बी अ बिट ऑफ रोटेशन बट मोर और लेस लाइक 14-15 की जो स्क्वाड होती है वो तो वैसी की वैसी ही रहेगी। बट द थिंग अबाउट क्लोप इन दिस सीजन इज दैट he has used the 5 sub rules as effectively as anyone in the world right now. He is the one who has really got hold of this 5 sub rule. सो होपफुली कि अगर हम 60-65 मिनट्स पे हर एक मैच में अपने जो मेन प्लेयर्स हैं उनको रेस्ट दे पाए। एंड जो फ्रिंज प्लेयर्स है, फ्रिंज तो नहीं कह सकते, हार्वी एलियट इज वन ऑफ our biggest players in this season, or the likes of that Gomez has really stepped up. But
Yeah.
hopefully हम से उनको रोटेट कर पाए एक सब्सिक्वेंट एक सब्सटेंशियल अमाउंट के लिए, तो दैट विल बी बेटर।
I think Joe Gomez तो इस सीजन हमारा जेम्स मिलनर टाइप रोल उसको मिला है. Like he's playing left back, right back, DM, center back, across the defense and DM as well. So it's good. ठीक है, एक मिलनर टाइप का प्लेयर हमको चाहिए था वैसे भी, सो मिल गया है. Hopefully Joe Gomez lives up to the expectation and the hype, like Milner. But talking about the match, I think ये मैच बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग होने वाला है क्योंकि स्पेशली अगर हम लोग ये मैच जीतते हैं तो विल बी टॉप ऑफ द टेबल. And the main match which is Man City versus Arsenal is going to be an interesting one क्योंकि अगर if they end up drawing, we go on top of the table, right? So this is going to be an interesting match. आपको क्या लगता है?
सी क्लोप ने भी कहा था when he was asked how does he view this match, he said he viewed this very interestingly independent of the other result that will follow.
right.
So hopefully we do our business first and then हम आर्सेनल और मैन सिटी वाले गेम पे fully concentrate कर पाए. But first of all we have to do our thing.
Our
Then only
job.
we can rely on, yeah, then only we can rely on either Arsenal or Man City or whatever result is beneficial for us.
आई थिंक ये लास्ट अपने 14-15 मैचेस जो है ये कप फाइनल मैचेस है अपने लिए, प्रीमियर लीग इंक्लूडिंग यूरोपा लीग मैचेस. तो इट्स गोइंग टू बी मजा आने वाला है आगे देखने के लिए. लेकिन फर्स्ट चीज ये है कि हमें अपना पहले तो अपनी विन करनी है, एंड होपफुली इट्स गोइंग टू बी इजी विन, नॉट ज्यादा ज्यादा स्ट्रेसफुल, हार्ट के लिए ज्यादा ना हो तो वो बेटर रहेगा. आई एम गोइंग फॉर अ स्कोर फॉर 4-0. व्हाट डू यू थिंक?
Uh, See, Brighton is always an interesting proposition. Like you don't know what you are gonna get with them. Like if it clicks for them. Especially, if if I remember correctly, it was against United that they were struggling a bit for the initial half an hour. Then De Zerbi pulled his players wider to receive the ball, and then United were really stretched and they won something like 3-0 or 4-0 something. So I'm not sure about if this it was that game or some other game we are talking about right here. But अगर उनका click होता है, then it could be difficult. But since the game is at Anfield and our players have really shown a hunger to succeed in the home games, and the crowd is going to be on our side as well. So I think a 2-0 win will be fine for me.
या आई
2-0
थिंक क्योंकि
or 2-1.
क्योंकि
Yeah.
क्लॉप का लास्ट डांस है एंड फाइनल, लाइक लास्ट फ्यू मैचेस, सो आई थिंक इट्स गोइंग टू बी सारे प्लेयर्स आर गोना गिव इट देयर ऑल. सो आई थिंक I am expecting a comfortable 4-0, and it could, what you are saying is also could be a possibility, क्योंकि like Roberto De Zerbi is probably one of those candidates, like potential candidates to replace Klopp along with Ruben Amorim as well. So उसके लिए भी एक kind of एक interview होगा, like कि हाँ मेरे को वहां पे जाके अगर परफॉर्म करूंगा तो obviously Ruben Amorim, as things stand, he is the favorites, but even he is in the running for conversations, right? So हो सकता है वो भी बोलेगा कि हाँ यार चल मैं अपने प्लेयर्स को बोलता हूँ कि फुल ऑन परफॉर्म करो अपने टू द बेस्ट ऑफ देयर एबिलिटीज, सो दैट लाइक थोड़ा कंसिडरेशन में आएगा. वो भी एक फैक्टर हो सकता है आई थिंक प्ले करने के लिए, है ना?
See, last few years में हमारी transfer strategy रही है like perform at Anfield, perform against Liverpool, and you're gonna land a job here. Like we
या
have signed Minamino, Diaz, and
नूनेज.
Nunes. All those players. Will it be a manager thing too? That's what we have to look for. But the thing is, that Arsenal are only ahead of us because of goal difference, and they are only +6, I guess, goal difference ahead of us.
या
But
या
the game we should look to target is Sheffield United, like the next midweek game, where we can wipe out this entire, because Arsenal won against them 6-0, and that is the only difference they have against us.
या
So I'll take a 1-0, 1-0 94-minute penalty win against Brighton any day, and then let's attack the other game. But the performance have to be better. Like against United, it was a bit jarred, and our players were a bit tired and everything. But even if we won, if we win like 1-0, but the performance have to be positive. We have to take positive steps so that the momentum can be built in the last few months.
या आई एग्री. बट मुझे क्या लगता है कि ब्राइटन्स डिफेंस हैज बीन लीकिंग गोल्स, लाइक लास्ट कपल ऑफ गेम्स अगर आप देखोगे तो उन्होंने काफी सारे लीक किए हैं. सो इट्स लाइक आई डेफिनेटली सी एज एन इजी विन टू बी ऑनेस्ट, क्योंकि इतने सारे गोल्स आई थिंक, आई डोंट नो एग्जैक्टली द नंबर्स, बट आप देखोगे तो उनके सारे मैचेस में जितने भी वो खेले हैं लास्ट, दे हैव कंसीडर्ड लॉट ऑफ गोल्स, even though they have like all the players with Stupina and Weltman and Dunk and all that, सारे खेल रहे थे if I'm not wrong, but still उन्होंने काफी गोल्स कंसीड किए हैं. So I am expecting a easy win to be honest. ब्राइटन का मुझे नहीं पता इंजरी में मिटोमा वगैरह आया है क्या वापस, या इज ये लॉन्ग
No,
टर्म इंजरी, व्हाट
Mitoma,
इज
I
इट
think
लाइक?
is out. Mitoma, I think is out for the season already. But
अच्छा, ओके.
they,
So
last game में, like it was the first time I watched Dingra, and I was really like I really think he's a great player, and maybe over the time he can overshadow Mitoma. He certainly has got the talent. If he has got the attitude to go with it, we don't know yet. But seriously, he is some talent, and he can overshadow Mitoma in some time. Like the Brighton factory just keeps on coming up with big players and everything.
Yeah. Wasn't
And
Adingra the one who scored at Brighton when we played in the reverse fixture? Wasn't he the one wherein
I think so. I think so. I
McAllister
think so. He
missed
was the one.
uh, McAllister
I think
lost the
so.
ball and then Adingra went and like he kicked it from
Uh,
a long range. Was it like 25, 30 yards or something like that? And
yeah,
Allison was
yeah,
also out from his post, something like that. Chana? Was it
yeah.
Adingra
I
if I
think so.
remember? Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
he looks like a
About
good
Brighton's
prospect.
defense,
Bright.
like one thing I want to add here is about the Brighton defense that you were talking about. I can say when it rains, it pours for them. Like if we can
Yeah.
get a goal in the first for 15-20 minutes and we start really well, then it will be a 4-0, 5-0 type of victory. But
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
they can get their fit in the game and start playing, then it could be difficult. But the thing is, like we often start slow and we do our thing in the second half. So, like a comfortable 2-0 victory, like a goal coming in the 50th and 70th minute, uh, I think that should do.
I would be okay with it, like 50 and 70 minutes, I would be okay. But what I would not be okay with is with a 95th minute header. Obviously, from a team perspective, from Liverpool perspective, I'll take it, but not good for my heart. Like 95th minute, भाई पहले क्यों नहीं खत्म कर दिया 15-20 मिनट में फर्स्ट हाफ में खत्म कर दो and let's just have a chill time. We'll look forward to the
Uh,
Man City Arsenal fixture. आराम से बैठ के relax करके देखो क्या होता है ना. Hopefully it pans out a nil-nil draw for them and like we are top of the table. So but okay, but I would not prefer to take a 90-minute header. Of course, if it goes, then great. But yeah, no, I would rather
yeah.
have 4-0 win easy win. So in terms of team, क्या लगता है आपको क्या लाइनअप होने वाली है? I think obviously Alisson तो बाहर है, so Keller is pretty obvious. Right back for
Mm.
me, Bradley, Ibu comes in because he's back, along with Verge, and left back I would say Gomez because Robertson, Henny, and Simicas. I think Klopp को कुछ खास sorry खास कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं लगता है सिमिकास में. सो आई थिंक एंड गोमेस इज ऑब्वियसली परफॉर्मिंग वेरी वेल एट लेफ्ट बैक. सो मुझे लगता है गोमेस खेलेगा लेफ्ट बैक. मिडफील्ड इज प्रीटी ऑब्वियस विद एंडो एज नंबर 8 and McAllister on the left side of sorry as 6 Endo and McAllister and Sobo left and right as number 8. Up top Diaz fit है तो Diaz खेलेगा. राइट साइड में साला एंड लेफ्ट में Diaz. आपको क्या लगता है?
See, before Simicas was injured, he was the one Klopp used before Gomez. But it would be pretty ruthless if Klopp take out Gomez at this time. He has been in a sensational form
Yeah.
in recent weeks. So I think I will go with the same starting 11 that you suggested. But depending on the players, like Konate was given an extra day rest, so we don't know how
Yes.
well he is for this game. But I would rather have him play against United. So that means he can't play the midweek game. So obviously he will have to start this one. So depending upon the Kanate situation, how his injury is and how well he is feeling right now, I think that's the 11 I will go with. But I won't be surprised if Kwanzaa start ahead of Konate at the same time. Like start Kwanzaa in this one and give him 60 to 70 minutes against Sheffield, and then bring on Konate for the last 20-30 minutes against Sheffield to give him a bit of the running and start him against United. The United fixture is the biggest one we have in this week for me.
Yeah, of course, of course. No, I wouldn't be surprised if like even Konza starts and Ibu comes on with the game time as well. Now, there is something really I wanted to talk about Ishan bhai, about Luis Diaz, Papa Diaz. I mean, we have seen he comes out like we have seen videos of him dancing and talking about it. And recently, he also spoke about the admiration for Barcelona and all that. If let's just say if a bid comes in from Barcelona or Real Madrid or any other club, maybe Bayern Munich, we don't know. What do you think? Should we sell him or should we keep him?
See, every player is sellable for what he is worth. So, like I keep saying this. People target Luis Diaz that he is not scoring enough. He isn't hitting the target well enough. But I think Diaz is not the one to play the piano. He is the one who carries the piano, and he is the brilliant one of the brilliant piano carriers in the whole world at this time. So he's the one who carries the ball to your forward line from deep, and then he passes to your other strikers, your Salas and your Nunes and your Gapcos and your Zotas. So his role is basically to take the ball, dribble on the line, create space for the other players to shoot. But at the same time, the honors on Salah and Nunes to score more, like Bob Firmino and Mane were chipping in with many goals, in many goals than Diaz. So the pressure is a bit more, and if Diaz doesn't return, but the goals like McAllister and everyone is chipping in with the goals too. But if the right bits, like if we are getting some 80-90 millions or like, we will have to take it. Edwards and company can surely find another Luis Diaz. It's the like of Salah and Van Dijks we have to worry about because there aren't many around. There
Right,
will be different Diaz. Like Mitoma could be a target for us if Diaz moves on, and obviously there will be more players that Edward and his staff can bring about.
right. Like you rightly said, he's more very technically gifted. Of course, he doesn't score a goal, and we have seen that, like when he was literally destroying Kyle Walker on the left hand side, so against Man City. So that was one game, which is the perfect example of how gifted Luis Diaz can be. Of course, अगर उसकी finishing वगैरह होती तो we could have won that maybe 3-0 or 4-1 comfortably easily. But that's how Luis Diaz can be. He can be brilliant and frustrating at the same time as well. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, but even I agree. If a bid comes in maybe around 80, 75, 80, I think he's gone. He's gone to Barcelona. That's what I
Yeah,
think. But again, we'll
absolutely.
have to also see that कि यार बार्सिलोना का नया मैनेजर कौन है, because as things stand अभी तक तो कोई rumors भी नहीं है जिसके साथ कोई linked हो, कोई अच्छा player. So we don't know. It's just that कि यार पापा डियाज आके बोल रहे हैं कि he's a Barca fan and all that, and he would love to play for them someday. So it's going to be an interesting. But as things stand, तो it's all rumors. We don't know. But एक
See,
चीज मैंने सुनी थी.
every
मैंने मैंने
South
कहीं पे
American
सुना
player.
था एक्चुअली में. मैंने कहीं पे सुना था कि if Ruben Amorim becomes the Liverpool manager, which obviously we know that he's the favorite, he doesn't really play with the wingers. Obviously, मेरे को नहीं पता. I haven't really studied about Amorim as such, but मैंने कहीं पे पढ़ा था कि he doesn't really play with wingers. He plays with more like number tens. So if that becomes true कि Amorim Liverpool manager बनता है, so there could be a really good possibility कि यार लुइस डियाज सोल्ड हो जाए. बट अगेन दीज आर ऑल स्पेकुलेशंस. मुझे नहीं पता कि इज इट ट्रू कि अमोरिम विंगर्स के साथ नहीं है, नंबर 10 के साथ खेलता है. बट अगेन इफ दैट्स ट्रू, which is good, like because Fabio Carvalho can be used because he's a proper number 10 that we have. So that वो एक इंटरेस्टिंग रहेगा आगे देखने में कि कैसा होता है फ्यूचर. बट या अगर anywhere between 80, 85, if he can fetch for Diaz, and if he wants to leave, then yeah, good luck. I'll have no hard feelings, bro. You had Barcelona as a dream. You wanted to play for them since you were a kid, so go and do that. Enjoy it.
See, it's not just about Amorim. Like whoever managers come next, he will have his own players. He'll fancy some of our players, and some might not be on his in his ideas. So we'll really have to look out for like who is coming in and whatever strategy that Edwards and company are going to take in this next few months or few weeks, whatever it is. Like it is going to define the career and the legacy of many of our players. Like we don't know what Trent is gonna do. Like we don't know Salah and Virgil is are gonna do in the next few months. So
Yeah,
that's that. I think. Yeah.
yeah, that's also true because their contracts are also running down, and we obviously know that यार Trent linked है, like Real Madrid के साथ. Obviously he's a scouser and all that, but that doesn't mean कि वो नहीं जाएगा. I find it very bizarre, like लोग जैसे सोशल मीडिया पे बोलते हैं, फैन सोशल मीडिया पे बोलते हैं कि यार just because he's a scouser, so he's not gonna go to Real Madrid. Of course, I mean, yeah, it's a Real Madrid after all. Let's say for example, अगर कोई नया मैनेजर आता है, whoever that may be, और वो बोलता है कि नहीं यार मेरे को I don't like how Trent defends. And like yeah, he's good attacking wise, and I don't like it how he defends. And you never know. And maybe Trent doesn't like his style of play or whatever. There could be several other reasons कि यार जहाँ पे उसकी नहीं जमी, and he might be sold. So it's like कि given कि he's going to stay just because he's a scouser. So that's bizarre. I find it, like to be very honest. But anyways, yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. We're really looking forward to it. Hopefully, it's going to be a comfortable win, 4-0. Um, बाकी
like
सबसे कौन
I
मारेगा
have a
आपको?
question right now. I have a
Yes,
question right
please.
now for you. Like,
Yes, please.
if we win, like obviously if we win against Brighton, so what will be your favorite result in City Arsenal game? Like City
Draw,
win, Arsenal win,
definitely.
and a draw. And after that,
After that, which game?
like first, if the first favorite result is a draw, and then do you want
Okay,
Man City
second
to
second
win
result.
the game or
Okay.
the yeah?
See, you know what? यार मैन सिटी का डिफेंस ना कुछ खास नहीं है एंड वी हैव सीन दैट हमने डिस्ट्रॉय किया था
Ah,
उनको स्पेशली इन
and
सेकंड हाफ
Stones
में
is injured,
ठीक
and
है
Stones is injured. Stones and Walker are both injured for this game. They are out of this game.
oh okay so then it makes it even worse for them because
Yeah.
स्टोन्स आई मीन इस साल तो वो काफी इंजर्ड रहा है बट अगर हम लास्ट ईयर की बात करें ही वाज वन ऑफ देयर आउटस्टैंडिंग प्लेयर्स अगर स्टोन्स की बात करें स्पेशली इन अ डीएम इन अ डबल पिवट विद रॉड्री सो अगर स्टोन्स और वॉकर इंजर्ड है तो आई थिंक आर्सेनल इज गोइंग टू win it comfortably
Hmm.
because just look at it the way we destroyed them, especially in second half. We could have
Hmm.
won 4-0. We could have scored 4 goals easily in second half. Like so. Agar unke paas and they had Stones and Walker right in that game in that game
Yeah.
if I remember
Yeah. Yeah.
right
Yeah.
Stone Walker got
Yeah.
a destroy that Diaz but I'm sure Stones was also there if I remember correctly. But again
Didn't
that's
Stones didn't like was it Ake or Stones who scored the game?
Stones to the goal score kiya na first one.
हाँ
Stones was the
वही
one,
वही
no?
तो
Right,
yeah.
right. So yeah, we destroyed them. But again, अगर दोनों नहीं है तो I see Arsenal winning this to be honest. Maybe 2-1 tough score line. And it's not even like कि
हाँ
यार Man City, let's be real यार. Man City का कोई स्टेडियम ऐसा नहीं है कि यार वो उनके फैंस वगैरह इतना करेंगे कि यार चलो प्रेशर दबाएंगे ऑपोजिशन के but that's not the case, right? With all due respect to Man City fans, that's not gonna happen. We cannot create an atmosphere like other clubs. Let's be real. But हाँ, I think preferable result for me would be draw 1-1, 2-2, whatever the scoreline is. If not, then I see Arsenal winning this actually 2-1. I don't want them. I would rather
I'll
prefer
take it.
Man City win it because ultimately Man City are behind us in points table. But yeah, I just feel like
Like
maybe 2-1
I have
Arsenal.
I I have I have two issues with that with Arsenal winning. First of all, they if they win this one, they really drop points in the last one. One of the things. The second thing which actually favors them is that they don't have many difficult fixtures remaining, and Arsenal still have to. I think they still have to play Aston Villa, Tottenham, Man United.
Yeah,
They
they
have
have a
lot of big game, and
difficult
they
fixtures.
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and don't have the experience like playing midweek and then weekend because in the last year itself they were only playing the weekend games because they didn't have
Yeah,
any Champions League to play in.
correct,
So I
correct.
think it will be better if Arsenal win. Like I'm going for an Arsenal win first of all, then maybe a draw and then a City win. But I'll take anything but a City win right now. City
Oh, so
winning
you would draw.
comfortably. That's the one. That's the one that I am most fearful about. City winning comfortably.
It's again. I just feel that like Arsenal is looking much more in a better form because they have been scoring goals, especially in Premier League. Like putting six past Sheffield and other teams as well, scoring like 10, 15 goals in last couple of games. So they're in a much better form as compared to Man City. And obviously Walker injured, है, Stones injured, है, that is going to be them even कुछ खास फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. They still have players like Ake हो गया and other players who can come in and do the job. But I would rather take a draw than Man City win, to be honest. But again, interesting match होने वाला. Let's just say that हम लोग 4-0 फाइनल कंफर्टेबली जीते एंड प्रॉब्ली मैन सिटी आर्सेनल के बीच में एक अच्छा मैच होता है. इट्स लाइक नर्व बाइटिंग वाला, तो थोड़ा एंटरटेनिंग आएगा, मजा आएगा वीकेंड पे.
लाइक वो मीम नहीं है कि लड़के खत्म कर दो एक दूसरे को, वो वाला हो जाए,
हाँ,
लड़ो
जो
करो
जो करना है कर
समाप्त
दो
कर
बस.
दो।
हम
दो
बैठे
दो
रिलैक्स
प्लेयर
करेंगे पीछे.
रोटरी डाइस दोनों को रेड कार्ड मिल जाए, दो प्लेयर और इंजर्ड हो
हाँ
जाए,
भाई, मजा आ जाएगा. ऐसा कुछ हो जाए तो मजा आ जाएगा. फुल
दैट विल बी
कंट्रोवर्सी
फन टू
क्रिएट हो जाए.
वॉच।
फुल ऑन कंट्रोवर्सी जैसे हमारा होता है ना स्पर्स के साथ, दो दो रेड कार्ड
हाँ
मिला रहा, ये
एग्जैक्टली,
ओन गोल हुआ था, ऐसा कुछ कंट्रोवर्सी हो जाए तो मजा ही आ जाए एकदम.
एग्जैक्टली लाइक टेक एवरीथिंग अवे फ्रॉम द फुटबॉल एंड लेट्स फोकस ऑन द अदर
Yeah,
थिंग्स।
yeah. So, all right, with this, we are going to wrap up. Thank you, Ishan bhai. We'll have another video soon where we'll be discussing
श्योर
about
श्योर।
potential next managers. Alonso obviously rejected Liverpool. He had this press conference yesterday where he clearly mentioned that he's happy and he's willing to continue one more year and see how it goes out. And Ruben Amorim, as per the rumors, is the next favorite manager, and along with several other candidates, which जिनके नाम लिस्ट आउट नहीं हुआ अभी तक, but yeah. So we'll have a separate video for that. So guys, please stay tuned. Meanwhile, please let us know your opinions about the match and who you think is going to be the next Liverpool manager. And we'll see you soon in the next video. Ishan bhai, thank you so much, and we'll speak to you soon.
थैंक यू,
Thank you.
थैंक यू, हैव अ गुड डे।
Bye bye. You too. Bye bye.